What is up, everybody? Your favorite inconsistent YouTuber back at it again with some more inconsistent content. Today we're gonna be doing a video that I wanted to do 2 days ago, but due to work I could not get this video recorded. But now is the time for me to talk about the potential of Misty coming to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I've been asking for years now to get Misty into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and the odds were so low to the point where the odds were like 0.1% chance. Like there was a point, there was a 0, and there's a 1, bro. Like that's how low of a chance Misty was into the game. But due to the fact that their Earthbound Immortal was not added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links yet, still gave me hope on the potential of her being an unlockable character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links because her ace is not in the game yet. It's not available in an event, and it's not available through a box. So I was really hoping for Misty be into the game, because the problem is they added Dragon Queen of Tragic Endings into a Turbo Duel event. And that doesn't help because that would have been a fantastic card to give to Misty for leveling her up as a character. And it just, the odds were so low. And now technically Konami did add Misty as a character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but that was actually a like NPC in a Duelist Chronicle event. And in that Duelist Chronicle event, they didn't even give artwork to Misty. They didn't give artwork to Roman, Greiger, Misty, and they didn't give to the, I always forget his name, I think Divac. So they didn't give any artwork to those other Dark Signers, which was strongly, like, super disappointing, bro, because they give custom artwork for these other characters that nobody cares about, but then they save and not do any custom artwork for the actual cool ones, bro. Like, I wanted new Misty renders for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, bro. Like, I just want my queen. I'm so down bad, guys. You don't even understand, bro. Like, I can't, I just said queen out loud on a video, bro. Like, but anyways, shenanigans aside, bro, I just want my girl in the game, bro. Like, it's literally the wifey, bro, the waifu. I want her so bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And even though the odds were at 0.1% chance, they're now bumped up to 1%, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, due to the fact that we're finally getting some more Reptilianne support in the OCG, and it's going to be coming out in the TCG at a later date in a new box called Burst of Destiny. And what's really cool is that, hey, with this new Reptilianne support, maybe these could be potential cards for a potential Misty event or something like that. Like, maybe we can get Misty alongside of a cool box. I don't know. One can hope. A man can dream. So we're going to take a look at all of these cards and take a look at them and think about them in a kind of Duel Links sense. We're going to think about and pretend as if they were added into Duel Links, because even if we don't get Misty unlockable, which, by the way, Konami, that's not saying that I'm settling for her to not be unlockable. What I am saying is that in the case that you guys are probably not going to make her an unlockable character, it would be really cool to see these Reptilianne cards be available in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in some sort of box, because these Reptilianne cards are actually really cool. So without further ado, let's go take a look at these new cards. If you guys are excited for the potential of getting some new Reptilianne support in Duel Links and getting the girl, the wife, the queen, Misty in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, help a brother out. Leave a like on the video down below and sub to the YouTube channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. You can subscribe at any time, and you can unsub at any time if you want to too. So without further ado, let's go hop into today's video and take a review on all of her brand new Reptilianne support, because this stuff is heat, bro. I cannot deny it, dude. This new Reptilianne support is actually really cool. So we're gonna take a look at everything from Yu-Gi-Oh! News TCG. Make sure to go check them out in the description down below. They got some fantastic graphics when it comes to just all the new support, and they do a really good job of posting some of the new support for new cards and all that stuff in future sets right away and translated and all that good stuff for us. So big shout out to the homies there. Let's first take a look at Reptilianne Nimini. No clue to pronounce this, and I will butcher all the card names in today's video, but this one right here is a 2-star monster right here, and it's a level 2 dark reptile. You know, you can use a 1 of the 1 and 2 effects of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn, so you have to choose one or the other. And this card states right here, one of the effects you can use is that during the main phase, if you have a reptile monster in your graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hands to the graveyard, then target one face of monster opponent controls and change its attack to 0. Reptilians have this little funky way of doing things where if the monsters are at 0 attack, then they're going to be able to capitalize on that. A lot of the support allows you to like special summon them if you put their attack to 0, or kill the card, or pop it, destroy it, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of little funky stuff you can do. Like, it basically freezes, like this whole archetype basically freezes the opponent's monsters and changes their attack to 0. So they're still there, but they're 0 now. So you got to figure out what you want to do from there. And they really capitalize on monsters being at 0 attack, even your own monsters. So that's cool too. So that's a nice little effect where you can just pop this card right away from your hand to the graveyard and make it a monster 0 so you can open up for your plays. Also, if your opponent controls a monster 0 attack, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So again, you first use its first effect to send it to the graveyard and then make a monster 0 attack, and then later on in a duel with one of your other Reptilian monsters that uses their effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard if your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack. And with that special summon effect, you're going to be able to go for potential synchro summons with some of the other cards we're going to take a look at here. So really cool card for the archetype. I would love to see this in Duel Links, that's for sure. Next up, we have a tuner monster right here. We have Reptilianne Kotal, something like that. This is a 4-star dark Reptile Tuner effect monster. And again, this card has the effect where you only can use the one effect of this card's name per turn. So it's actually not the same thing as the last one. It's just that if you want to use its first ability, you only can do that once per turn. So its first ability states, if you control a dark reptile monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack, you can special summon reptilian monsters from your hand up to the number of those monsters. And then, so this card right here is pretty cool for the fact that, one, if you control a dark reptile monster, you can special summon this card for free. So again, if you have any of your other reptilian monsters on the board, like Nemone here or whatever the case you have, you can summon this card for free. And it's a tuner monster, so therefore you can use this for some easy synchro summons, which is fantastic. Also, if your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack, maybe thanks to the effect of, like, you know, Nemone here, you can basically special summon more reptilian monsters from your hand to go into some big synchro summons. Like this card right here is going to be a fantastic card for just synchro summoning, which is really cool. So I like this card a lot already. And this card has a secondary effect where if this card you control is used as a synchro material for a reptile monster, you can treat it as a non-tuner. So if you have a different tuner monster, because there is some other reptilian monsters, like this one that looks like Misty is a tuner monster. If you need to use Kotal here as a non-tuner, you can, which makes it a lot easier for going into the reptile synchro monsters, which is really nice. Because again, it's a little gimmicky to go into those reptile synchro monsters. The current ones that we have in Duel Links for sure are kind of doo-doo, and I don't even know if there's any that like super good ones in the TCG. Maybe there is, but I don't really play the TCG, so I'm thinking of this in the Duel Links sense. But yeah, if we got this in Duel Links, it'd be really cool to go for some nice little like 6-star synchro summons and whatnot. So that would be nice. That would be nice right here with this card here. So thumbs up for me when it comes to this card right here. And also the thing too is that the special summon effect is going to help us a lot for this monster right here. And this is kind of like the new boss monster, and like besides the whole snake thing, dog, like she kind of a baddie, bro. Like if you want to get past the snake things and whatnot, go for it, fam. Like just go at it. But you know, the snake stuff might have to pass for me. I'll just stick with Misty for this one, boys. Anyways, though, we got a little boss monster for Misty, which is just awesome here, which I'm really happy about. It's Reptilianne Miscellane, something like that. Miscellane, I don't know how to pronounce words, I'm really dumb. This card right here is a really cool card, and if we got this into Duel Links, it would make Reptilians like a viable deck in the game, because this card right here is takes one Reptile Tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters, and you only can use the second effect of this card once per chain. So first things first, if you summon this card right here and you only use reptile monsters as material, this card cannot be destroyed battle or card effects. So from there, even because, like, don't get me wrong, this card right here is like pretty good, but summoning and getting all the monsters to go into a level 8 synchro summon is going to be a little tedious for Reptilians. They don't have the best like special summoning strategies, and they don't really have a lot of things to fall back on to special summon themselves on the board, for what I remember correctly. So I am glad that this like effect right here is OP. Like if we got this into Duel Links, it wouldn't break the game because of the fact that like it's gonna take a little bit to get going on this card. Like it wouldn't break the game. It would just make this card like, it would just make the deck like really viable, for the fact that if you only use reptile monsters, you can make it not destroyed by battle or card effects. Like it just doesn't. So it can get banished, and we have a lot of stuff in the game to banish, so this wouldn't be like OP whatsoever, but still a really good first effect, which I love. Second of all, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can target one face of monster they control and change its attack to 0. So it doesn't matter which monster effect they use, you can trigger this card's effect and make their attack go to 0, which is just awesome here. And last but not least, if this card is synchro summoned, or if this synchro summon card you control is sent to the graveyard by opponent's card, you can add a reptile monster for your deck to your hand. So it's just an all right solid boss monster. Like the first effect right here, where it's protected if you synchro summon it with only reptile monsters, is fantastic. So you get this card on the board, and you could continuously throughout the duel make monsters attack go to 0 due to its second effect right here, which is super nice. And since it's a quick effect, you can do this during either player's turn. So it is a solid boss monster. Like none of the support is broken, but it really would help out Reptilians and make it a viable deck. So fingers crossed, bro, that we get some get this in Duel Links, bro, because I want my girl Misty in the game. Please give it to me, Konami, and give us the new Reptilian support, because it'd be really cool to just be able to play a Reptilian deck, bro. It really would be. So give it to me, please. This is a sick boss monster, and the artwork is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Next up, though, let's go take a look at the spells, because we got some crazy spells here, bro. So we got little, like, you know, Reptilian Lamia, Llama, I don't know how to pronounce it, but this one's, like, kind of inspired by Misty, if you, like, kind of compare her and Misty and whatnot. It's like a younger version of her or something like that. Clearly, like, this card's artwork was inspired by Misty, like with the Fortune Lady support that Carly got for her deck. They made one of the Fortune Ladies, like, I think passed exactly like Carly. So this one was from that set, too. Anyways, though, we have Reptilian Limification, something like that here. The normal spell card where you only can activate one card with this card's name per turn. And the card states, send one card from your hands to the graveyard to activate 2 of these effects. So you get to pick 2 of these effects and you have to play them in the certain order that you choose. But yeah, you get the ability to add a Reptilian monster from your deck to your hand, add a Reptilian spell and trap card from your deck to your hand except Lamification, or change the attack of one face of monster opponent controls. So depending on the situation, since you only can pick 2 out of the 3 effects with this card, you can change one of the monsters to a 0 attack, so you can special summon the Reptilian monster you added to your hand. Or if you already have enough resources to make your opponent's monster 0 attack, then you can add another spell and trap card that's Reptilian, or add a monster from your deck to your hand that's Reptilian to get the synchro summons going and whatnot. It's just a super good searcher, because you can either search for 2 cards, or you can make the attack of your face of monsters your opponent controls to 0. So it's a super good card. And it makes it again, if you run the deck correctly, you can like pitch you know, you can pitch like Nemone here to the graveyard to trigger the cost of Lamification here, and then search for Kotal, and then, you know, have one of your opponent's monsters 0 attack. So then from there you can special summon, you know, Nemone back from the graveyard. Now there's a monster 0 attack, and then go into Kotal here and just have some fun. Like, it's just a cute little combo. Like, it's not broken, but it's just so adorable, man. Like, what else can you say, dude? It's just a nice, cute combo, and it will make Reptilians just a little viable in Duel Links where you can win a duel or 2. So I like this. It's a fantastic card. And then the last card that got revealed is actually a field spell for Reptilians right here. And I didn't really read this one, so this will kind of be like a first time me reading this one right here. So it looks like this card's called Reptilian Recoil. It's a field spell. You can use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So you can use both of them, but once per turn. First effect, you can target one monster you control 0 attack and one dark reptile monster in your graveyard. Destroy the monster in the field, and if you do, special summon the other monster from your graveyard. So this is going to work well. I forgot what the card's called, but there's actually a Reptilian card that can spawn in 2 tokens on your board for 0 attack. So you can use one of those targets to activate recoil, which is really cool. Second of all, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target one face a monster they control 0 attack, take control that monster, then special summon 1 Reptilian token to your opponent's field. So this card, and that second effect's really good too, because 1, you get to yoink your opponent's monster 0 attack, and you fill up their monster zone with a useless token. Like, it's going to be hard for them to trigger that Reptilian token, and that effect wouldn't matter too much in the TCG, I think, but it would like be really annoying in Duel Links, where you already made your opponent's monster go to 0, and then you're going to be able to yoink it for free and give them a useless token. Like, it's going to be a little difficult to get it out if they can't synchro it out, and not every deck in the game uses synchro summoning. So that's a really cool one right here. This card is not too bad whatsoever. And again, it's just, let's just go, bro. Like, I love all the support here. Like, we got some adorable, we got this little like Medusa looking one right here. We got, I don't know how I feel about that one, but it's a really good card. And then, you know, we got the baddie here out of the 3, because, you know, it's the oldest one right here. I'm down bad, bro. It's like 4 a.m., bro. Oh, dude. Duel 7 is getting canceled. But yeah, overall, it's some really cool support right here. And I genuinely could see all the support getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. But if Konami adds this support into a box without making Misty unlockable, I'm gonna have to fight somebody at Konami HQ. Like, hit me up in the emails, bro. Hit me up in the Twitter DMs, bro. We'll start the next fight, next YouTube fight match, Duel 7 versus the entirety of Konami HQ, because they did not add my damn waifu into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That's all I gotta have to say today. Thank you so much for watching today's clickbait video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below and sub to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I'm planning on potentially making like a playing as Gregor video, so be on the lookout for that. And I got some other stuff planned for you guys, so be sure to subscribe. Other than that, it's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next Yu-Gi-Oh! Video.